Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in my Blasphemous game. 31.89% completed, how about that? Here we go. Where did I leave off here? Just trying to explore everything. Oh yeah, I was going back over, since I gained some new abilities. Most notably, at the moment, I got this thing which says minute jar filled with moss, a tight white grants some protection against toxins. I sort of assumed that meant that it would protect me against this gas here, but the gas was still damaging me. So I don't know. Maybe. Okay, hold on. Maybe. Okay, it says it's like some protection. So that's how fast it's damaging me when I have the toxin protection. And if I take this thing out, how much did I just do that? Okay. So it does. Okay, it does give some protection. Fair enough. I was hoping or expecting it to make me immune. I don't know. Maybe I should come back when I have more of those bile flasks. I don't know how far this section goes. I do have, let's see. I do have the thing that reduces dodge cooldown. This increases dodge distance. Maybe I can put that in so I can go further at a time, because I think I'm going to have to really book it here. Ooh. Oh, that was a wall. Okay, I barely got out of that in time. Was I supposed to do something over there? I was like trying to go and like I just barely had enough health to make it over there, but yeah, I don't know. Shoot, I'm gonna need to review the recording later and see what like it appeared to be a dead end. Was I supposed to like try to break the wall with my sword or something? Did I mess up? I don't know. Maybe I should try that again. Oh, we can slide under it. Okay, it wasn't clear. Like, I see now. It was not clear at first glance that there was a there's so much going on, and I'm like, my hit points are taken out. I didn't want to linger. You've acquired Heart of Saltpeter Blood. That sounds familiar. Attack damage is increased when the pendant one is close to death. Okay. That sounds good. I mean, why don't I ready that one? Because all these the previous two sword cores that I had before have drawbacks to them. Like this is like I get more money, but I can't heal, and this one is like I don't even know what this means. I can boost the blocking stance, increasing its duration by exposing pendant one longer to enemy attacks. So I have a longer duration for blocking, but I also have a less duration. So like, what does this mean? It's not at all clear. Anyway, what's the lore say? It wasn't long before he was beatified. The miracle bestowed a gift upon that humble parish priest and confessor, the visions of all sin, future and past, of thought and deed, of every person who approached him. He did not need to hear our confessions, because he already knew them all. He knew the penance, he knew the sincerity of our repentance, he knew everything. There was no more intimacy between sins and sinners. We were all naked before him, and the miracle. Such grace came to be feared. He asked us to cover his head with a thick burlap cloth, in order to try and stop his constant visions of sin, and begged us to take him far, far away. Okay. Alright. At least I don't have to deal with boiling oil being poured on my head on the way back. Yeah. That worked out okay. I could have performed just a few more executions along the way, but eh. Okay, let's ready this thing. And where's the losing it? I just go right past it. Here we are. Take that thing out, take that thing out, put that thing in, put that thing in. I think that'll do. Okay, so this is done with, so I'll take this marker out. Where to next? Like all those branching pathways, I think I've all explored. Like I need to come back here and here once I figure out how to do whatever I can do with those vine things. I couldn't figure out how to get up there. Is there a path here? Looks like there's something going up and down from here. I'm kind of wondering if it's time to explore the sewers over here, the desecrated cistern. Also looks like there's something going down from here. What was that blue diamond for? Was that? Did I mark a candle? Was it the candle? Was that what that was? And this marker here is for the guy. I think I already dealt with that. I gave him the thimbleful of oil. And this is for the shop. Oh yeah. How much? 3,400. I need 5,000 to buy the last thing that was in this shop. Okay. I need to figure out where I'm going. What was this marker for? I put a marker here and I don't remember what it was for. Let me just refresh my memory here. I went up the wrong way, I think. Ah, you again. Ow. Jerk. Guess I'm still waking up or something. This guy he gives you very little time to react when he appears before he fires, so I'm gonna have to move quickly on him. Yeesh. Is it today? No, I already went that way. can't remember what I marked or why here. I'm trying to be a completionist about everything, and not quite. Oh, it's the candle. Well, in that case, assuming this works the same way as the blue ball of wax earlier, I think I might have something I can do with that. There you go. Required medium bead of red wax. So, moderately reinforce the vitality of the wearer. So, moderately reinforce it? So it basically gives protection, I guess? The abbey ceased to be a quiet place. Cries of pain coming from every cell pierced the walls. The old friar knew he would be next, so he got up from his cot, where he had been huddled, and glanced at the few items that lay on his table, most of the mementos from his life before joining the order. He wanted to be kissed by the miracle while immersed in those gentle thoughts. Triggering most memories were some small balls of wax, now covered in dust, that he used to enlarge by picking up wax from the candles during processions. I might have read that message before, so that was probably supposed to be a clue. Like, I guess I can take that marker off then. I'm assuming that's all that there is to be done here. I mean, I could just try putting the ball of wax in and see what happens. Okay, yeah, I have more maximum health. That's what it is. It's a question of more maximum health or higher defenses. Presumably, higher defenses from the dove skull means I take less damage from attacks. Okay, what do all these? Okay, reduce dodge cooldown. Accelerates use of prayers. That's kind of who cares. Block attacks behind. I barely use the parrying ability. That tracks magic attacks. Gives me more money. Resistance to falls. Limited recovery time. Yeah, who cares? Protection against flames. I don't really encounter flames often enough for that to be an issue, I think. Electrifying the air after execution. That sounds like a toy. Reveals their hit points of the enemies. Pulses wears defenses when their strength is nearly exhausted. So boosted defenses when I'm almost dead. I mean, that could be good. But I sort of overall rather have the ones that protect me all the time. Immaculate Bead. By all accounts, this sounds like it does nothing, but maybe if I have it equipped, it'll make something appear or something. Maybe someone will take notice of, oh, you have an immaculate bead or something. Maybe it'll give me new dialogue options or something. Vestigial little toe. Increase dodging distance, protects toxins. What's this? Creates fervor and destroys surrounding objects. Strengthens the wearer's fervor. Yeah, okay. I think I'm content to keep going with my current set of rosary thingies. Okay, alright. It's time to get a move on. Let's see if we can get some stuff done here. Seriously, where am I going to go? I guess... Where's the nearest hand teleporting thingy? I can just go down the lift down to the bottom here. Should I check out the sewers? Or should I... Let's check out the sewers. What the heck? So yeah. Let's go down here. That's well timed. So, right. Wasn't there something over here? How do you open this door? Am I missing something here? I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, like when I this lever is flipped and this thing's down, there's a door that closes here, and I kind of wonder if, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's no obvious way through, but I kind of wonder if there's, I don't know, something I'm missing. Is there is this a puzzle? Is there some secret that I'm missing? Should probably mark this for later. What do we mark it with? With that thing, I guess. I'm never gonna remember what that marker's for. Whatever. Let's go down. Yeah, like, getting down to that ledge down there required having this lift out of the way. So that kind of makes me wonder if you know, the same sort of thing. Like, maybe I have to have this out of the way and then go up here, and then maybe it'll be open or something. Is it worth trying that? Like, going through all that effort? I mean, I did deal at the pre-D thingy there. Maybe the easy way to get back up there is like I just, you know, just off myself and then teleport back up there. And because this door is closed. If I pull the switch, the elevator comes all the way up before the door opens. And this door is still closed. I don't know. Like, I don't think there's any way of getting up here while that... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to remember to come back there later, I guess. Okay, enough messing around. Let's see if we can make some actual progress, actually. 4625 Tears of Atonement. So close to be able to just snag the thing from the shop there. Oh well. Can I? Ah, shoot. Can I jump onto that ledge up there? Is that a ledge? Did I have anything else to give these guys?
Time outside these walls, but if your penance sorrow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, guess not. Okay. Alright, let's check out the sewers. Oh, drop off the bones while I'm here.
The bones, thank you for your help. Bring the bones.
Okay. Wasn't much to drop off, I guess. What's that marker there for? Oh, is this guy? The two-faced one? Okay. I've already forgotten his name. It's Harvey Dent. Two-faced, never mind. I can't do the range attack on submersion and stuff. Oh, there's a bell, they appear. Can I not make any progress here? This is just a way back from somewhere else. And here, all along, I've been. Look, there's a path down from here as well. I have this like mental note at the back of my mind, like, okay, I have to come back to these sewers to check these out, and it's just, all along is just this very short hallway to a dead end. Okay, fine. I've got other places to explore. Okay, next I'm going to, there's a little passage down this from here. I'm gonna check that out. And then we can get to see some acts of horrific violence along the way. Just expected to grab there. Okay, just jump across here. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, right. It's one way from the other way. Okay, then. Well, I see passages down there. That's the next on my to-do list, I guess. Yeah, I may have just chosen a really awkward place in the game to end my stream last time. When I'm like... I'm like, I truly don't know where to go next. Hey, Darkness, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Playing a bit of Blasphemous. And I'm in having an awkward moment where I'm like, I'm not sure which way to go. Fortunately, the map is very, very detailed. Oh, I mean, maybe detailed isn't the right word, but so I guess, yeah, I just want to go down here. It looks like there's a path here, here, and here. There are 3 different ways to go, so I should be able to find something down here. How are you doing, Darkness? For some reason, I'm reminded of just the Darkness just reminds me of that. There was I think it was Warcraft 3. You know, all the like the Blizzard games, like Warcraft, StarCraft, and so on. They have a running gag where if you click on the same person several times in a row, that they get annoyed and yell at you. And then in later games they got more and more creative about extra dialogue. And then there's like one of the characters, I think he's like a pit lord, he's like a demon, and he says, "Dark." I'm doing quite well, actually. Cool. That's good. That's good. Anyway, he says it was like, "Darkness called, but I was on the phone and I missed him. I tried to star 69 Darkness, but his machine picked up. Pick up the phone, Darkness," I said, but he ignored me. Darkness must be screening his calls. I don't know why that stands out in my memory. It was kind of funny. It's very dated by the reference to Star 69. That's Star 69 is the code you can type into your phone to auto redial the last number that called you. I don't know if anyone actually uses that anymore. Like, I mean, ow. Like that's a relic of before call display was so ubiquitous. Like that was well timed. now I mean nowadays like basically all phones have call display. So how's this guy again? I mean, there was a time when call display was not all that common, and like, you know, this is me dating myself because I grew up in the '80s, but there was a time when if the phone rang, you just didn't know who was calling. You didn't know until you picked up, and you would say hello. And not know who's going to answer. It's around the time when, oh, hello, when cell phones were all there, mobile phones were not that common, and if any phones were landlines. So if you called someone's house, you didn't know who's going to answer. Hey. That's neat. What the? The door closed when I entered the area. It suggests some kind of arena fight thing. There you go. This is so horrifically violent. But I get. You acquired, oh, another empty bio vessel. Nice. That's cool. Okay, so this was an optional area then. This is not the way forward or anything. Okay, so that looked like a dead end there. Like there was an unopenable door. It looked like. So this passage down here looks like the last place left to go around here. Hello.
Penitent one, do not be troubled by me or my outward appearance, now changed and seasoned. This might be a small price to pay for such joyous alliance.
Why would I be troubled by your outward appearance? I mean, you seem perfectly ordinary compared to like everyone else I've encountered so far. Like everyone has got some kind of affliction or mutation or bizarre appearance up till now, but whatever. Anyway, moving on.
My protection does not cease here. Will you require my assistance with your next task?
Require assistance with the next task. Oh, does this mean there's another boss fight coming up? I mean, the last time someone asked for my ascent, I mean, sure, I guess.
So be it.
It's a little weird that you have the option to turn her down. Like, is there an achievement for doing it without the assistance of these people? Okay, there are two ways to go. Let's go this way first. Yeah, I have a feeling this is a boss fight coming up here. I don't even... Well, hello. Yeah, see, talking about troubled appearances. 10 peated? Whoa. Okay. get on the other side of him, and it's... He's got me back into a corner here, and I can't dodge anymore. Maybe I should have... I was trying to... No mercy, achievement unlocked. Okay, I was trying to hold back to like observe his patterns and stuff, but apparently I should have just gone to the attack and just kept whacking him. That seemed to work well enough. Huh. Okay, that was a lot easier than the charred visage woman boss that I did in the last session. That was like a lot easier. I was like able to do it on my first try. Just a whole lot of whacking, and I got him. Oof, this place again. Okay, what do we got now? What have we here? Hello again.
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle.
Just speedrun that boss. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I think it's... I get the definite feeling I'm supposed to do these in a different order. Like, I mean, I went up the mountainside instead of... Like, this area here is fairly close to the starting location for the game. I have a feeling I'm supposed to fight this boss first, and if I'd done it earlier, when I had fewer hit points and was doing less damage, it probably would have been harder.
May the gold in my visage melt and erase the attrition of your soul. Heart of guilt, return now from the dream.
You've acquired Holy Wound of Attrition. Okay. Holy Wound of Attrition. Mark left by the golden visage that reveals the cleanliness of attrition in the soul of the penitent one. Okay. It's yet another quest item in this collection here. Santa Crita, verse 1. His Holiness, because of his high penance, must endure suffering in his soul in 3 ways. Each of the ways is a motive, and each motive is a sore. Hence these 3 sores are the keys to his eternal pain and must be guarded. Okay. Alright. Where to next? Like, okay, I do believe that was like the second of the 3 humiliations that Mr. Notface was talking to me about at the beginning of the game. I thought that those 3 bosses were gonna be like on the way to the end game kind of thing, but I'm only 30% of the way through the game, if the percentage is to be believed. So this might just be the beginning. Hey, Mr. Notface again. I don't remember his name.
You have carried out the second humiliation of penance. You have met the visage of attrition. You have yet to prostrate before one last holy visage.
I didn't really prostrate before the first 2 either. I mean, I just kind of slaughtered them. But whatever. Can you give me a reminder where the 3rd one is?
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one.
No, guess not. Oh, okay. So this is back into the sewer, so this is probably going to connect up with where I just was. In that case, I think I want to see what's this way first. thought this was going to lead to immediate dead end. Because... I thought that was how this is going to work. Oh, okay. It's another speedrun location? Or speedrun. Fast travel, that's what I meant to say. Cool. Well, let's continue hanging out here, because on a roll and exploring. Although, I kind of wonder... where was that shop again that I left behind? It was over here, right? Is there a teleport thing here? Yeah, if I go here and then take the lift up, I have enough for that item in the shop now. I'm going to just take a quick detour over there. So it's the one in Albero I want. Albero, here we are. I should be able to take this up here. Yeah, and just right on through here. Here's the shop. I have the 5,000 that she needs. I can get the last thing.
This is and may I done more.
Yeah. So this is increases the defenses of whoever carries it. Defense is spelled with a C, interestingly enough. I believe that's like, isn't that international spell? Like isn't the American way to spell it with an S? Where was this game made? Anyway, so increases the defenses. Maybe that can take the place of, because the Dove Skull also says it increases defenses. Like, do these stack? Is one better than the other? I don't know. And so the march was sung, as a small group of parishioners walked in procession to the graveyard. The prayer was repeated over and over again along the way, turning their voices into hypnotic whisper, murmurous and unrhythmic. Upon arrival at the burial ground, everything fell silent. When, with each shovelful from the undertakers, the soil dropped cold onto the coffin, a hooded girl, rumored to be the daughter of the deceased, threw in a hot ember that gleamed on its way down into the pit. The dirt continued to cover the hole, but, to everyone's astonishment, the ember could still be seen, glowing under the frosty soil. And that's it, Ember of the Holy Cremation. Okay. I'm going to try putting that in the place of the Dove Skull and see if it makes any difference. I mean, I suspect it makes such a small difference that it's just not going to be noticeable. But I think I can unmark this shop now because I've already bought everything that she has. And now I can go back to where I left off. Oh yeah, when I... Oh, yeah, that's fine. When I find one of these little red thingies, whatever you call them, receipt pool, something fountain, something, whatever it's called. When I find one of those, I need to activate the new biliary flask that I've got. Okay, great. Anyway. Okay. Back to Mercy Dreams. And let's continue exploring. And this is one way the other way. Fair enough. Let's see what's over here. Although I have a feeling I might want to. You know what? I'm gonna go through the sewers first, just because it looks like it connects up with where I was before, and I just want to get all those connections, get all those shortcuts straightened out. So I can you know, get quickly between various locations and stuff. I remember these guys. I haven't seen them in a long time. Okay, let's take the high road. Okay, take the high road again. What have we here? Acquired the scaphoid of Fierce the Leper. Scaphoid, that's a bone. It's a bone in the hand, I believe. Rejected by his family, his village, and even by other lepers, Fierce only found solace in the echo that his voice returned to him when he took refuge in the tunnels of the desecrated cistern. Yeah, because I think. Okay, I'm trying to remember. There are 8 carpal bones in the hand, and I remember that there was there was a mnemonic that we learned in college. It was depending on the naming conventions. It's either TTC has seldom lowered their prices or TTC has never lowered their prices. TTC being a Toronto-centric thing. It's a Toronto Transit Commission. It's the transit system in my hometown of Toronto. That was an acronym. It was trapezoid trapeze. Hold on. There's you can remember. Trapezoid trapezium, capitate. ETC had the hamate, scaphoid. That's the scaphoid bonus is one in the second row. Or navicular. That's why. Again, depending on which naming convention you're going with, so that's why. That's why there's that difference between seldom lowered their prices or never lowered their prices. Yeah, but yeah, that's after scaphoid. Scaphoid, seldom lowered their prices. Scaphoid, lunate. Oh, hello. Lowered their prices. What's the T stand for? Shoot. We already got trapezoid trapezium. Oh, that's gonna bug me. What's the other T? I know P stands for Pisciform. I can remember little details like the ulnar nerve passes between the Pisciform and the hook of hamate. But I can't remember the name of that second last bone. It's been a long time since my anatomy classes. Oh, it was you again. Ah. Anyway, like, subject of anatomies always been fascinating to me. Like, it's just neat seeing how the human body works and is put together. Another bile vessel. Oh wow, okay. I can get a 2-for-1 when I next find one of those fountains. That's cool. So you may have enough money or Tears of Atonement to pay for it, because they seem to increase in price every time. The last one cost $9.50. So probably I should probably make sure I have a lot of money before I visit one of those. I mean, money, Tears of Atonement, whatever you call it. Oh, more gas. I suppose I should have expected around here. Ah, come on. Conspicuously placed so that I have the option of skipping over the gas, but I already kind of proved that I have the ability to withstand gas for a while if need be. Let's go. Oh, what? Oops. Human anatomy is tornadoes, yeah. I was not paying attention to my hit points. I did not realize it was that low. Oops, indeed. Human anatomy with tornadoes. I should make this a regular recurring thing on my channel or something. Not really. I don't think I can't imagine there'd be that much demand for it. I'm basically just loaded with like random useless trivia. That's just it's just how I roll, I guess. Yeah, let's see what's down this way. Oh, let's me get this guy. Interesting. The exploded guy just seemed to drop dead on his own when I got the when I got the bell ringer guy. Ow. Oh, okay, those do a lot of damage. I see. But yeah, I'm ah. You're not gonna move? You're not gonna do anything? Okay. There you go. If I can keep going up, I'm gonna keep going up. What's this? You acquired the humerus of McMittens the nurse? Humerus, of course, being the upper arm bone. A nurse and cat lover, McMittens saved countless lives, human and others. Unable to bear saving those who showed no respect for life, he put an end to his own. Unable to bear saving those who showed no respect for life, he put an end to his own. How does that make sense? Okay. Ah, this looks like it's the connection point for that other place. Here we go. There we go. I opened up the shortcut from the other location. Cool. Okay. Was there... okay, no. Well done. Oh. You can't jump high out of the sludge here, so I can't jump up to grab that, and I can't jump up to swing at that thing. Huh. I'm gonna have to come back here. I'm gonna mark this one. I've been using this to mark the red sparklies and using this to mark the vines. I don't know. Put this thing here, I guess. Is there something I'm missing? Like that big old chest there. There's another one like that that I saw that I also was unable to get to. I have a feeling there might be something significant in there. But, you know, Metroidvania rules. It's an open world where not all of it is as open as it at first appears. Just have to move on and figure out how to open that later. Okay. Alright, so there's a doorway to the left here I haven't explored. Oh, these things are on land now. You're not swimming in the sludge this time. This is where I connect up with the other sewer entry point. Here you go. Yeah, I still don't know how I'm gonna get down this thing here. I wonder if there's I have a feeling that there's something I'm gonna get soon. something I'm gonna get soon, which lets me do something with the with this sludge, like either jump higher or I don't know, swim in it or something. Otherwise, allows me to get to other areas within here. Okay, let's do this way. More of this toxic gas. Should I be, less than halfway through these things? What's this do? What does it do? It is a mystery. And what have I here? You have acquired Black Grieving Veil. Dark cloth that has kept its silky feel despite the passing of the years. One of the 3 remains of an unfinished ceremony. The wounds inflicted by a broken oath rarely ever find healing. Okay. So Black Grieving Veil and the Torn Bridal Ribbon, that was the other 3 remains of unfinished ceremony. This wasn't also said it was one of 3 remains of an unfinished ceremony. Okay, so I've got 2 of the 3. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with them if I find all 3. Number 2, no one knows what they asked for in that prayer, nor why they didn't want to be wedded. The miracle, with its grievous plans, went to the aid of the sisters, if you can call that aid. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm done with this area then. There's nothing in the corner there, right? The ladder, yeah, the ladder just goes up to the ceiling and there's nothing there, it looks like. Where to next? Looks like I can drop down here. So I can go down from here and down from here, and there's one path over here. Let's go this way first. Well timed. Ow. Okay. Can't get to that from here. Fine. Let's go another way. Lots of other ways to choose from. Excuse me, I was trying to grab that. I can't grab the ledge? Fine, whatever. Have it your way. I can grab that one. Not sure what the difference is. Trying to avoid touching these because down to my last healing item, and they do a fair bit of damage. Alright, let's see what's this way here now. Oh, oops, did I go the wrong way? I think I wanted to go the other way. Another talking dead person? Must be around here. The bell will not stop ringing. I hear its jingling even in my dreams. My hands are wounded from all the digging. It must be around here. Just one more wound. I hear it close by. Okay. Oh, here we are. How much does it cost to activate these things? $12.50. That's not bad. Empty ability vessel in exchange for $12.50. So it brings up to 5. So the next one is 1,500. I'll have to come back here. Restore. Ah, okay. So it's 2 questions. I can either... It's an either or kind of thing. I can just refill them, or I can activate a new one. Alright. So I'll have to come back to one of these when I have more money. Can I get through here? There you are. But again, I can't jump that high. I can't grab that. Oops. Let's put one of these, I guess. Can't get through there. Yeah, There's got to be something new that I can acquire that'll let me grab the ladder. Right. Okay. Oh hey, Sub-Zero289, welcome to the stream. You get an item later in the game that lets you jump normally in the water. Yeah, I that's what I figure. Like I said, Metroidvania rules. You just have to mark a location, come back later when you have the new ability. If only they damaged the other enemies when they exploded. Am I going the right way? Yeah. And whatever here. Yeah. Incidentally, Sub-Zero, I don't know how much you've played of this game, but don't spoil anything. This is my first time playing. I like to figure things out as I go. So just thought I'd put that out there. Oh. It's a shop, but everything's already purchased, looks like. Do you have anything new to say?
Let us be captives of the mirror.
Have I been here before? Did I, stumble on somewhere I've already been? Where is this? Oh, okay. So this connected up to where I was before. Alright, okay, where to next? It looks like there's a path from here. Another path down here. Okay. Yeah, this game would be unplayable without that map. I would be totally lost. I have no idea where I am, where I've been before. Yeah, okay, this way. Oops. Oh. Okay. Okay, gas again. Alright. Let us... okay. I'm going to just temporarily take this out, put the gas protection in, and see if I can just tank it. Oh, I can't even get this way. Crap. Ah, darn it. Beat the game. It's a good game, and I won't post any spoilers though. Okay, cool. I mean, I intend to. That is the plan. Beat the game. um, okay, so it turns out that I shouldn't have gone that way yet. Oops. That's fine. It's all part of the learning experience. Don't want to go that way yet. I want to recover my guilt thingy. It is gonna be a bit of a pain recovering it because I went pretty deep. I'm sure I can do it though. I mean, I could just use the, find Mr. Guilt, the guy who recovers your guilt thingies for you. Keep moving. I can make it. Got it? Now I just have to get the heck out of here. Just tanking this may not have been my best plan. Darn it, I pushed the healing button at the last second there. Why is there such a long delay before pushing a button to continue? After it says push a button to continue, before it actually lets you push a button to continue. Still find that a bit odd. I mean, some part of me is going like, did they do that on purpose just to irritate players? Because, like, I mean, right after you die is when you're most likely to be irritated. So adding an extra artificial delay just increases the already existing irritation. But again, this game is supposed to be all about pain, so, themes. Okay, at least this time my guild fragment is closer. I should be able to get to it pretty quick. Okay, grab it, get the heck out. Maybe get a little bit of healing from it. Hooray. Okay, get this thing out of here. Let's put the magic protection back in. I don't know if there's any magic attacking enemies around here, but... And then anyway. Okay, let's just mark that as well. So I'll have to come back there. Okay, this is the last place left to explore in this area that I have access to, it looks like. Oh, hello. It's the, it's Miss Female presenting nipples again.
Take the nuts of my deep pains.
Maximum health is increased. Woo. Okay, I thought maybe it was going to do the animation where she pulls the sword out of her chest again. I guess not. Okay. So yeah, like this over here is all that's left, plus whatever. I mean, it shows a path here, but there wasn't anything visible there. Okay, so I think that's all cleared out. That's all I can do. So time to move on. Let's go into this next area here. This is the right way, right? Yeah, okay. This might actually be the last way left that I can go at present. Ow. Okay, so yeah, this way here. Oh, really? Okay. I see how it is. Okay, I might have botched the timing on that. Oh, this is obnoxious. Okay, just tank it. Get out of here. Having difficulty dodging these at the moment. You've acquired the Pisiform of Hernandez Explorer. Yeah, see, Pisiform. It's the last carpal bone in the hand. Victor Hernandez was chosen to lead an expedition meant to civilize barbaric tribes. He was sentenced for heresy when he suggested that Custodia was the most uncivilized of all known places. So, yeah, how very Catholic all over again. See, going back, it's easy to dodge them. Okay. I made the comment just a moment ago that I think this might be the last place left to go. There better be another place to go because... Okay, there's a path down here. I guess I'll go there next. Yeah, because I've already exhausted all that and everything up here. Alright, time to talk to the hand. Well, first I'm gonna heal myself because the thing is right here. Shoot, which one of these is it up? I don't even know which one it is. Echoes of Salt, where am I? Hey, there we go. First try. I wonder, it might be worth taking a quick detour over here just so I can get that extra bile vessel. So, suddenly heartily regretting my choice to come here first. Ow. Hey. Need 1250, right? Ooh, so I'm at 1243. I should be able to get enough money before then. Still no idea. There you go. I'm almost there. I'm getting there. Neat. So it should be over here. Here we are. 1500? I thought it was like, didn't it say like 12 something? Or maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, so I need 10 more Tears of Atonement. There we go. Let's grab these ones for good measure. Built empty pillar vessel. There we go. Yay, now we have 6. Now we are 6. We're clever, so I think I'll be 6 now forever and ever. Yay, Milne. Author of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why that particular rhyme stands out in my head. I mean, when I turned 6 years old, this would have been 35 years ago. I just remember my mom showing me that poem. Now we are 6. Anyway, is there something to drop down into below that? I mean, it looks like there's it shows as if there's a path there. This game's conditioned me to expect that to be a bottomless pit. I don't think I'm feeling adventurous enough to try jumping down there. Okay. So we're gonna go up here and just gonna grab a heal here and we're going by the map. It looks like there's a path here. Aha! A secret place. Uh-oh. Oops, not quite. There you go. Right, okay. So I can go up or I can go to the right. Let's go up first. Just keep taking the high road. Beating him up with the corpse that he's carrying around. Don't know why they're carrying coffins with corpses around with them. It's probably just like everything else in this game. It's like, how can I choose to suffer here? How would I carry a corpse around with me for some reason? Resting place with a sister? Which sister? Oh. What's over here?
Penitent one, you stand before the tomb below which my name, Perpetua, rests. And with it, a body vanquished a long time ago. Although we were already introduced through the wounds of our confrontation, the audacity of your faith now gives us the chance to meet once again.
What does this mean? Although we were already introduced to the wounds of our confrontation, the audacity of your faith now gives us the chance to meet once again? The wounds of our confrontation? I mean, there were signs of battle at the beginning of the game, like all those dead soldiers and stuff, all the dead penitent ones. Is that what she's referring to? With the audacity of your faith. I mean, the use of the word audacity, like what? The thing is, like I don't really fully understand what the plot is of this game. Like, what even is my mission here? What am I trying to do? What are the stakes? What are all these things that I'm fighting along the way? Like, what's my goal? Why am I doing any of this? Just generally what's going on. Like, all these disjointed little messages it just paint a really confusing picture. But is this the woman who, like, stabbed herself in the opening animation of the game? I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
A meeting behind the back of a miracle that ends up knowing all.
A meeting behind the back of a miracle? I mean, they keep talking about the miracle all along, and the way they talk about the miracle implies that's their name for God or something. In this world, in this game. Like, is the penitent one? Is he going against the miracle? Is he going against God in this context?
You fell before a deception created by the miraculous zeal that possessed my face and armor, but not my voice, which is now free from sin and dominion.
I mean, if my goal in this is to go against the miracle, that would be a good reason for the title Blasphemous. It would make that whole thing make sense.
But I could see that your will is greater than any pain in your body and in your deaths, and that they will not hold you back in the journey ahead. Such is your strength that my brother Esdras, convinced that you will commit crimes against the church, has asked for my blessing to prevent you accessing such a sacred place. Penitent one, I have seen a different path for you, whose ultimate destination is neither the forbidden nor the sacred places kept behind the high walls of Mother Church. Rise above all that, above even the halls of the dream. This voice of mine is limited. It cannot disperse all the invisible mists that tangle up the truth and mislead us. You must meet with my brother. He will be waiting for you on the bridge that leads to the door of the Holy Visages.
Right. Okay. So after I complete the 3 humiliations, then I go through the door and then meet her brother, I guess. This feels like an important bit of dialogue here. This is basically setting up the plot for the game, and tell me what I have to do.
Take this scapular, whose sheen will tell him you have my blessing, and before which he will surely fall to his knees, as he loves me deeply. At that moment, my soft whisper will reach his ears, beseeching him to assist you.
Yeah, incidentally, scapular. What is a scapular anyway? I think it has some religious significance. I remember the term scapular coming up in the Binding of Isaac, which is another game which has lots of religious references. I have to hold on. I have to look that up. What's okay? What's scapular? Hold on. What is scapular anyway? A short monastic cloak covering the shoulders? Okay. Bandage passing over and around the shoulders. Okay, okay. So she's giving me her cloak, basically. You've acquired incomplete scapular. Oh, okay. So,
Go fearlessly, penitent one.
okay, I mean, cloak. It's appears to be. Oops, sorry. Anyway. Incomplete scapular. Half of a scapular with an effigy of the Twisted One that hangs at the end of a fine crimson cord. The Twisted One? Oh, is that what that symbol is? I've been seeing that symbol all throughout the game. These words, almost worn away by the repeated caress of zealous fingers, are carved into the polished wood. Even at a distance, we are together always. Esdras. Lore. The battle is over at last, brother. Do not concern yourself with my wounds. When my eyes close, the miracle will take me with the Father. Here, this is half of my scapular. Remember that if you manage to reunite the two halves, it will be because I wished it so. My brother, dry your tears. Although I must go, my voice will be yours forever. Cool. I can't actually get up there. Okay. I like half expected this statue to give me that weapon that it's holding or something. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we've been hit by a plot here. Oh, hey, it's a different color. Just to highlight the importance of that area, I guess. Cool. All right. It's moving right along. Where to next? Over here, I guess. Mourning and Havoc. Whoa, hello, new enemy. Or wait, friend or foe? Okay, that's looking like foe. Ha ha ha. Ow. A lot of hit points, and apparently does a lot of damage too. Oops, I probably should have been paying closer attention to my hit points. I have the thing that reduces the damage of magic attacks, don't I? Yeah. Oh well. At least I don't have far to travel to catch up. Oops. Alright. Let's try this again. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Okay. Wow, she's got a lot of hit points. Huh. Alright. Okay. So there are all those... I've been seeing, like, the remains of boats all along the past while. Okay, I don't think I can even reach her. But yeah, I'm seeing the remains of larger boats now. Let's... Something down there? Okay. Ah. The heck? These ones aren't giving me money. I mean, Tears of Atonement. Ugh, more sludge. But seeing more sludge possibly means that I'm... Oh hey! Finally found my way to one of these chests. What do I got? What do I got? You've acquired Mirabris of the Return to Port? Mirabris of the Return to Port. A festive song that was used to welcome back sailors who, having been left for dead and drowned in the cold waters, somehow managed to make it back to shore. Invoking it will transport you to the last prie-dieu in which you prayed. Oh, well that sounds convenient. Okay. I'm going to keep this one active, the one that heals me when I use it, because extra field healing seems like it would be useful. Even though I haven't actually been using it. What's the lore say? Lady of the blue light, cast out the shadows from my corner. Take away the darkness from my looking glass where the light has died. Lady, bring us warmth with your lamp of the sun. Take away the cold, take away the ice from the sea of pain. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, I now have the ability to teleport back to those places at will. And I can, like, I can just go to my inventory and change to it anytime. Like, there doesn't seem to be any cost for doing that, so... Yeah. Okay, I didn't finish exploring up there. I don't know... Ooh. Might not be able to get up there yet. And in any case, I think... In any case, I think I might have to approach there from above. From where it was before. Yeah, the fact that there's more sludge that you have trouble jumping out of suggests to me that there's every chance that the thing that helps me jump out of sludge is close by. Or so I hope. Okay. What are these things? Yeah, let's maybe jump over here, but there doesn't be anything here anyway. Okay. So this just goes back here. Alright. Let's just heal up. And guess I'll try going here again. I'm not 100% sure I explored that properly. There you go. Oh, not you again. Saw that coming. I got too greedy. I tried to get too many hits in. My bad. I know better, I did that anyway. Whoops. Hey. She has a lot of hit points. Oh, come on. Okay. Like, I wonder, should I, like, can I reach the, how do I get up there? Can I whack these things? Nope. Like, there's clearly something else here. How do I get there? Can't quite reach it. There's a ledge over there. There's a rope ladder which looks like it can be released from above if I can just get up there. Yeah, this might be one of those places where I need to have the ability to jump in the sludge. Taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, I think I need to come back with other abilities around here. Well, why don't I put this thing to use? Yeah, it's convenient. We can just teleport right back here and heal. Okay, I'm rapidly running out of places to explore. It looks like there's a thing here. There might be a way to go there, so maybe I'll go check that out. And there's a place, was there a place to go this way? I think this might have been a one-way thing, the other wrong way. Okay, alright. Yeah, I started this stream going like, okay, I've got lots of different places to explore, and now I'm like, wow, like, I'm totally running out. Yeah, like seriously, is there a like this makes it look like there's a path down there. Like what happens if I can I don't suppose I can just drop down, can I? For that matter, is there a way up? Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, if there isn't a way down there, then the map should signify that. I mean, I think we've established pretty well by now that if there's a little, if it's open, that means that there's a way to go there. This is fine. It's not like I had far to go to recover this. Wow. Okay. So they take 2 hits with the sword, but 1 with the ranged attacks. I swear the ranged attack was doing less damage before. They get him? Oh, okay. Okay. Did I talk to this person before? Yes. Yet there is no wind or sea. Yeah, seriously, what's up with all the boats but no water? Did this place get dried out at some point? Okay, so this isn't open yet. Shoot. Okay. Where to? Like seriously, at this point, where do I go? Um, like I've been everywhere. I've checked out. I've checked out every branch that I can at this point. As far as I can tell. Oh, hey, look. There is something down here. It maps this when I fell to my death there. Anyway, yeah, okay, well, seriously, now what? Like, I'm looking at the map, I'm not seeing anything that, like, I've already checked everything out. I've already followed up on all my leads. What am I missing? Like, these paths over here, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna, like, I honestly, like, I appear to have exhausted all my leads. I appear to have... I seem to have gone everywhere that there is to explore. What am I missing? Like, were there maybe some, could there have been some, red sparkly things that I missed somewhere? Some extra platforms? That were opened up that I just did not take notice of? I'm gonna take a look here, just in the off chance that I like there are those. Like, the map indicates that there are paths here. I do remember coming here before, and it looked like there was no way to go. Yeah, see? It's openable from the other side. It's openable from the other side. Like, I can't shoot through that. Like this map looks like there's something straight down below me, but there's no obvious way to get there. What? The hell? I swear I whacked that thing before. It didn't. That didn't happen. Like, did I not go there before? Okay, whatever. It looks like they're openable. Seriously. I guess I have to freeze this in place when it's... Hold on. I want to get it at its rightmost. Not quite. Hold on. There you go. I think that's about as far right as I can get it. So that when the bell ringer rings the bell, it opens the door. I guess that's how it works. This one's more straightforward, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Anyway, going by the map, looks like there's a Priestia thingy here. Should probably do that, and then hopefully that'll bring the bell ringer back. Should I do this over again? There you go. And now the door's open. Grievous ascends. 2 hours into the stream, and it looks like... Okay, this looks like it may be the last way for me to go before I gain new abilities or something. This could be a decent place to end the stream. Hey, I'm 49% complete in the game, like pretty much halfway there. Is this a good place to leave off? I mean, I fought a boss. I got stuff done. I uncover plot. And chat's kind of quiet today. You know what? I think I will just leave off for today now. This is a good enough stopping off point, I think. Exit to main menu. Yeah. So yeah, only one viewer at the moment. It's probably no point in doing a raid or anything. Just take a peek at who's on anyway. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Until next time.